were talking about how you've been able to leverage your own personal journey to capitalize on your message.
Yes, yes. But there was one tip that I was going to share and I forgot. I totally forgot. So the one tip that I did share was don't listen to yourself. If you can, don't listen. That was one thing that helped me kind of stay on track and continue to pour into myself. But there's one more, but it'll probably come in a little bit later. Hopefully
Uh,
I'll get that. And guess
Sounds
what?
good.
Here's a great thing. I don't feel embarrassed. I hope that when this is edited, you keep it because I think it's important for us to know that even me, who I label myself as a professional speaker, I'm going to mess up. I'm not going to say everything perfect. And I'm okay with that. But that took time for me to get there. It wasn't something that happened overnight. And I think that's what we have to have a firm hold over. Like a lot of times I talk about a sense of worthiness, and I needed to develop that sense of worthiness and get like deeply rooted in that, especially when you get visible in the way that I've gotten visible with speaking. You're going to have people that question you, you're going to have people that say really mean things. And, when you come to the realization of how futile life is, well, we each don't know when our last day or our last breath would be. It just changes the how you show up. You know that we don't have a lot of time. And so when the time that we do have, let's make it count.
Mhm. I mean, I appreciate you sharing that. Like, and we won't edit this out for sure. But I I think back to my own journey with launching the podcast, and there was a lot of fear to overcome. Like talking about public speaking, there was a lot of fear for me to overcome because I'm introverted, I'm empathic, I'm highly sensitive, and I like asking questions more than I like taking up space. And I've gotten lots of feedback since launching the podcast in October that people want even more solo episodes. And these conversations are so easy for me. It's what I do in my day to day, like asking a powerful question, like that's second nature. But taking a virtual stage, like grabbing my podcast mic and just talking into it for 45 minutes, like, dang, that's uncomfortable. And and as I've kind of leaned into it and realized that, I can give myself permission to take pauses, and I can give myself permission to close my eyes if I need to, which I often do to be able to articulate my thought. Um, those are the things that I've gotten feedback on that people like. That they like the slow pace of my voice. And it's like, wow, really? That was my biggest fear in launching the podcast. So I agree
You
with
have
what,
such a beautiful spirit.
thank you.
It's just so like endearing. And that's
Thank
what people can feel.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that you're right. And talking about that, the worthiness quotient that you spoke of, I think that that's it's like anytime we take on a new goal outside of our comfort zone, right? It's like we just push up against another aspect of our worthiness.